skip town, see my wrist drown. Everybody wanna me for benefits now, man. I wish.
Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is Eco King, and today I'm going to be talking about a new update in the coronavirus pandemic as it relates to theme parks. I'm going to go chain by chain and talk especially about the Six Flags chain and talk about a little bit of what happened over this past week and some of the updates that have happened in the industry. So, for start off with Six Flags, Six Flags has probably done the most over this week announcing stuff. Maybe Disney's kind of close, but so for Six Flags, the everything everybody knows about this already. The reservation systems that they're planning to put out there. Basically, how it works is people are going to go online before their visit and reserve a specific time and date that they want to come to the park, and they're going to come in at that specific time and date, hopefully. So, one important thing is that not everybody's going to be able to schedule at 10 o'clock. You may have to schedule it at like 12 or 1 just because there's going to be so many people trying to book it for 10 and there's so limited spots for each little time section that it's going to be tough to reserve that early time slot. As for, like the can I come in at 11 o'clock when my thing is at 12 o'clock? Yeah, it's not going to work. That's not going to fly. Unfortunately, not going to have that happen. So one thing that also is interesting is that they're using a priority system when it comes to the memberships and season passes. So the highest priority for the reserving system will be given to upper level diamond and diamond elite members, and they pay the most amount of money, as many people know. And then it goes the lower category members and season pass holders will get the next batch of reservations, and then the last little remaining patch of reservations will come to single day visitors. So one thing that's nice, Six Flags really tailoring it towards these season pass members and that diamond and the memberships, because these, even though that most of the money is going to be coming from the day visitors, that they're going to make no money from season pass holders, but they will make money from day visitors. So it's nice that they're still giving the season pass holders a priority over them. And once people choose a time and place, they're going to have to watch a specific video about everything that happens, with like sanitization and keeping social distancing, basic rules like that. One question people are asking is, can I cancel it, and will there be a fee for it? So if you cancel it before the day of, I think it's like a 6 o'clock a.m. or something like that. If you cancel it before the day of your visit, there's going to be nothing at all. But if you just straight don't show up, then you're going to have a harder chance of getting a reservation the next time. Other things that they're doing is they're obviously going to be making hand sanitizing stations and social distancing laws and everything that's going to really help out the social distancing and help their health policy in general there. So as for when I think these are going to be open, I talked about in the last video, Texas as a state is reopening. So I think those parks and the other southern parks are going to be first. Texas, Frontier City, you could throw in like an over Georgia there. I think those are going to be opening within a month, surprisingly, and people are going to be required to wear masks. And over time, it's going to spread northwards, and then California just kind of gets screwed over, to be honest with you, because they are doing their own thing with this thing. They're just shutting everything down, even though the numbers are lower for people who are not in social distancing than people who are social distancing. Great job, Fauci. So what I think is going to happen, they're going to start opening it about, mid-June, early June. Texas parks should reopen, and slowly but surely it's going to make their way up to the north in places like Great Adventure, Great America, some of the other northern parks. As for the northern parks, I'm thinking mid-July, late July, maybe early August at worst. I think late July is the most likely option, but we'll have to see how everything goes with these states. Honestly, we're going to follow New York. Everybody follows New York around here. Whatever Governor Cuomo says, pretty much we all follow. So we're going to watch what they say. I do know that Great Adventure is opening their safari to drive by people. So that's something that they're offering, and that's definitely cool. So the next chain on my list is Disney. They're doing probably the second most this week of opening stuff. They have this entertainment complex. It's almost like if you guys have gone to Universal, the City Walk. It's like a bunch of shops and stuff like that. They're starting a phased reopening of that. It's called Disney Springs. They just started it, I believe, 3 days ago on Wednesday. And it's going to have a couple of different rules, of course, to it. Everybody has to have a face mask as long as you're over the age of 3. You have to be taking a temperature screening upon entry. And if you're over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, you have to go back home. There has to be physical distancing, of course, cleanliness, cashless transactions, and they're going to be using parking garage and entrances to make sure that people are coming into the entrances at like relatively slow rates. Not everybody's packing into one entrance. So for Disney, once again, I thought this was a while ago. I don't think they're going to be opening for a while. I think they're going to prioritize getting trust back rather than opening parks and making money. So that's why I'm saying Disney is not going to be open to 2021, unfortunately. For Cedar Fair has not really said anything in the last week about what they're doing, but I'm going to read off some of the stuff that they're saying they're going to be doing that they did release. I have a Knott's Berry Farm thing open right now. So what they're going to do is employee screenings protections to make sure all employees are, have the right temperatures and everybody's fine there. Because if the employees are sick, then it's going to have a trickle down effect on everybody else. We're going to have a social distancing, and they're also developing a park reservation system, just like Six Flags. I guess it's not as advanced at this point, but they are developing it. They're also using sanitization and disinfection, as everybody knows. Just being clean overall, disinfecting the rides, the seats, the handrails, the whatever you can think of. They're probably disinfecting it all the time. And lastly, they are going to be implementing a virtual queuing system, which is definitely really cool. We don't know what's going to happen to. I don't know what it's called for the Cedar Fair parks, unfortunately, but for Six Flags parks, it's called the Flash Pass. I don't know. I think it's maybe called Fast Lane for Cedar Fair parks. Whatever it is, the skip the line kind of thing. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to work. I can imagine they're not going to do it because there's not going to be anyone in the parks in the first place. But yeah, I think Cedar Fair Park are going to be opening around the same time as the northern Six Flags parks are. So I'm saying later July, maybe mid-July for some of these southern ones, and we'll see from there based on how each state goes. And once again, I think California, so not very far from California's Great America, kind of gets screwed over, and they're looking at like September. And lastly, for the last section is going to be SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. I think that they're going to be opening their Florida parks, they said, for recently soon. They haven't said too much about it, but they did say that they are going to try to follow Disney almost. So they said they're going to open Texas park first, then Florida, and then the rest of the parks. So Texas, they have 2 parks in there, and I'm thinking about early July for them. They're going to follow kind of what Disney does with Disney Springs opening and everything like that. And they're going to kind of follow everything. And they're also going to be using the virtual queuing and more use of mobile phones and stuff like that. They're also having employees wear masks, temperature checks, and social distancing, of course, just like everybody knows. I don't see any signs of them making a reservation system like Cedar Fair and Six Flags, but we'll see what they do. We don't know yet. And for those parks, I think anywhere from July to September, just like the other ones. We have to wait for more information to come out about those parks for me to really decide when I think they're going to be open. That's me, guys. Let me know in the comment section any videos you want me to do in the near future, and have a good day.
I'ma skip town, see my wrist down. Everybody wanna me for benefits now, man. I was